Hey guys, how are we doing? Chris Johnson here. Like I said, I'm never going to ask anyone to subscribe or like anything. I just want you to hear me out. Today's topic is about our lovely government and how have to actually stand up as people in the nation and beg our government for help. Now, think about that word beg long and hard. You know, when it comes to beg your government, you should never have to say that. Never. Donald Trump and the rest of you in office, I want you to hear us loud and clear. Your country should never beg for your help. And the fact that you actually have to hear those words from people who are out here suffering daily, what does that say about the job you are not doing? I can't say about the job you're doing, because the only job you're actually doing is either waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for something out. Tell me, when is the last time that waiting ever did anybody any good? Especially in a situation to where a virus has stricken down the entire globe. We're not talking about a few cities or a few states. No. This is worldwide. And you, as a government, the ones who are supposed to actually put your hand out and say, we are going to help. We're going to show our nation we care. We want our nation to thrive upon times like this. And you see, it's obvious that one of the key factors in y'all's lovely state of office up there is y'all love to lie. Oh yes, y'all.
All politics
Y'all love to lie majorly, and y'all were doing this job very, very well. And I'll point out something that I'm going to bring up here. You're lying your ass off when you say that the jobs have skyrocketed overnight. Not just 3-4 months after the entire country is shut down. No. You want everybody in the entire country to believe that our jobs skyrocketed overnight. Now, I'm going to point out to you the reason why these people are doing this. Because they don't want to hand out money that doesn't belong to them. And can I ask the government, why are y'all doing that? Why are you holding money back that belongs to the country, not yours? This isn't your money. It does not belong to you. It belongs to the U.S. citizens that are out here suffering on a day-to-day basis that you don't care about. Now, I have to back up the fact that you don't care, because you guys take more vacations than anybody in my entire life I've ever seen. During this pandemic, several of you have actually gone on vacation during this time. Your country is suffering, and you're talking about going on vacation. What's wrong with y'all? Seriously. All other countries, this is what upsets me. This is what makes me hold my head down in shame when it comes to my own country. Because I had to speak up and say this loudly against everybody. When I hear several people say, do you see what other countries out there are doing for their citizens to show them they care? They're helping them tremendously. Why won't our government do that? They don't care. They don't give a damn.
Other countries are giving no bills, no rent, no shutoffs, and on top of it, giving their citizens thousands and thousands of dollars every month.
And keep in mind, U.S. government, that after this pandemic is over, they're not taking a holdback tab saying that, you know, well, after this pandemic is over with, after they haven't paid rent for so long, we're going to slam this on them all at once. Between a $800 to $1,000 rent bill or a $800 to $1,000 electric bill. No, 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 no. All that is completely squashed. You don't have to worry about that, because over in other countries, they're not greedy. It's the U.S. people that are greedy. And I'm saying all U.S. people, like those who are more worried about bringing money into their pockets than they are worried about taking care of the people who are in need.
We're building a wall.
Now, I don't understand this. If you're a landlord and you see that our country is going through hard times, I understand you're a mortgage person or that person or this person is not going to wait, you know. Now, every single person in this country is a human. So the humans that are sitting there constantly worrying about money, 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 even during the pandemic, don't you think something is wrong with that? Our country should never have to beg for what we need. But you see, our government wants us completely helpless against them. They don't want your voices to be heard. They don't care. While we're sitting out here suffering, they're going back home to their huge homes, fancy cars, fancy meals, maids, butlers, and they're fixing to take a vacation. They're fixing to take a vacation while we're suffering, waiting for them to say, okay, we'll pass more stimulus checks. Nah, fuck them. We're going home. We're not passing stimulus checks. We're going to go home and spend taxpayers' money because we can.
You see, the government wants us to sit there and go, how am I going to survive? Me, 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 me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not me. The only way we're going to survive this is if we turn that me to a we. You know, and that's what the government doesn't understand, because there are people out there that are struggling extremely bad. How are we gonna pay this? How are we gonna pay that? We don't have those means at this time because of this pandemic.
Also, keep one thing very, very important in mind. Everybody, please help me make this go viral, because I actually want this to touch a lot of people. Please. The election is right around the corner.
November
And I
4th.
want this to hit hard.
What is it?
For all of you in the U.S. White House right now, since you won't sign another stimulus bill to help out those who are truly in need, that is your job to help your country survive and thrive during this. Well, since you don't want to do your part to help this country, you no longer need a seat in the U.S. White House. And I urge everybody, take a look at who is in the White House right now. Take a look at every last one of them. Remember this when it comes to election. If they can't help now, what in the hell makes you think they're going to help in the near future? As soon as they get reelected to be a senator or a government official or whatever it is, you're going to get the same kind of treatment, maybe worse, after they get reelected. Think about that long and hard. Do we really need this shit again?
Well, here's the thing. They help when the government doesn't need it. But as soon as the government needs that help, they say, fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Now, also, think about what the other governments are doing. $3,000 or $4,000 a month reoccurring during this whole pandemic.
Well, we have heard anywhere from 3,000 to 8,000.
Yeah.
It depends on the country and their governments.
Now, keep one thing in mind. The job market did not skyrocket that fast overnight, because the numbers were sadly low, and then all of a sudden, overnight, through the roof.
Well, it wasn't quite overnight. It was within less than a month's period, because all of a sudden all these jobs, stores, restaurants, everything was being shut down.
And then all of a sudden, meow. Do you know why your U.S. government is telling you this? Do you know why? Because they're going to try to use the job market, a lie, a fraud, because they don't want to hand out no more money that doesn't belong to them. That's why the U.S. government is saying you can't have money that doesn't belong to you as a U.S. citizen. That's exactly what they're saying. They're saying they want that money for themselves. They want to keep it for themselves. They want all that money to go for their fancy jets, their fancy houses, their fancy cars, their fancy meals, their fancy maid and butler. Oh yeah, by the way, did you know that every U.S. government official in the White House, if they have someone who is in a college, they don't have to pay any kind of fees whatsoever. None. And by the way, every single U.S. official that signs anything into law, they don't have to abide by it. Nope. Not at all.
Well,
this is true.
Well, babe, what was that about the Great Depression and
oh, yeah.
how it's supposed to come around again but be 10 times worse?
Yeah. The Great Depression is right around the corner, and it's supposed to be 10 times worse than what it was back then, but yet we're thriving. The lovely government, guys. This is the kind of shit that they want us to believe, that we're fixing to get this huge help, and then all of a sudden, drop again. Stop letting the government lie to you. Do something about it. Complain.
That doesn't mean to go out and start a riot.
No.
It means contact your senator.
Like
your
I did today.
governor, your mayor. Get your voices out there to them and let them know your opinion on what our president and everybody in the White House is doing. And have that, they do have it, a number, and my husband can provide it to y'all, a number for the U.S. Senate, and they will connect you to your local senator. And your local senator's office will take a message and pass it along.
By the way, the whole $1,200 stimulus that our government just passed, I want to show you guys something. And this is where common sense is actually going to kick into effect. Because you'll finally be like, he's actually telling the truth. Alright, listen. We all just went through this huge pandemic worldwide. And we were left with nothing. Completely empty. Dead empty. We had nothing because everything ran out. Everything. No money, no nothing. And then our government hands us $1,200. And this is what good it did.
No.
They should be so proud of themselves. They should also be so proud to see that other countries are making us look like crap, or making them look like crap, and we're supposed to be the most powerful nation in the world. We're not. And why? Because it's their fault. Think about that when it comes to election time, guys. Thank you and have a great night.